As I step out of the lively and colorful atmosphere of Chorsu Bazaar, the energy of Tashkent continues to unfold in a completely different way. The narrow market lanes open up into a wide, busy road filled with movement, sound, and everyday city life. Cars pass by steadily, and right in front of me, there's a large open parking area packed with vehicles, showing just how active this part of the city is. Walking forward, I notice long rows of restaurants lining the street. The smell of freshly cooked Uzbek food fills the air. Grilled meats, warm bread, and traditional dishes being prepared right in front of customers. People are sitting outside, enjoying meals, chatting, and taking a break from their busy day. As I continue my walk, I come across a small but lively fish market. Vendors are displaying fresh fish, calling out to customers, and carefully preparing their products. It's a glimpse into the daily life of locals, far from the tourist-heavy spots. Everything feels authentic and unfiltered. To cross the busy road safely, I enter an underground pedestrian tunnel. The tunnel is simple but functional.
Just a little further ahead, I'm greeted by a vibrant and refreshing sight, a large flower and nursery market. Rows and rows of colorful flowers, plants, and small trees create a beautiful contrast to the busy urban surroundings. On the other side, I reach a public bus stop where people are waiting patiently. Buses come and go, connecting different parts of Tashkent. It's a reminder of how this area serves as an important hub for transportation and daily commuting. And then, as I continue walking, I finally see it. The grand and historic building of Kukeldash Madrasah standing proudly in front of me. Its massive structure, traditional Islamic architecture, and detailed design immediately capture attention. This is one of the most iconic landmarks in Tashkent. Kukeldash Madrasah dates back to the 16th century, built during the rule of the
Kukeldash Madrasah dates back to the 16th century, built during the rule of the Shaibanid dynasty. It was commissioned by a high-ranking official known as Kukeldash, which means foster brother in Turkic language, a title given to someone very close to the ruler. This madrasa was not just a building, it was an important center of education.
Türkiye'den mi?
No, Pakistan.
Pakistan.
Okay, so he's writing in Arabic.
Yeah, Arabic. This is our Arabic calligraphy room.
Ah, it's Arabic.
There are works for decoration of mosques and new buildings in Uzbekistan. Our teacher is writing for new buildings, also for restoration, for new mosques and new buildings, for decoration.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
From Quran and from Hadith and from there are words from words ulama شعراء.
روز مشر قدر های من پذیر
تو غنی از هر دعا من فقیر روز محشر عذرهای من پذیر ور حسابم راهی تو بنی ناگزیر از نگاه مصطفی پنهان بگیر.
It's a Persian, Farsi.
From poem Allama Iqbal.
Allama Iqbal from Pakistan.
For men real from Pakistan owned by tourists. One of them was Khattat. And he wrote this.
So there's somebody on a motorcycle, and one of those was the writer, or he knew how to write it, and he wrote this thing for them.
Yeah.
So good. It's Allama Iqbal was a poet, but he's Pakistani, but mostly by then people were speaking Persian in Pakistan as well, Arabic and Persian, and Urdu language is also mix of half Arabic, half Persian. So I can read some of those things if they are written a little bit in an easy way, but cannot understand most of that. So okay, thank you. Tashakkur Lord. Rahmat.
Students from different regions would come here to study Islamic sciences, theology, philosophy, and literature. The structure reflects the traditional design of Central Asian madrasas, with a large courtyard surrounded by student rooms and lecture areas. Over the centuries, the building has seen many changes. It has survived earthquakes, political shifts, and different periods of history. At times, it was even used for other purposes, including as a fortress and a caravanserai.
But today, it stands restored and respected as a symbol of Tashkent's rich cultural and educational heritage. Looking closely at the architecture, you can see beautiful brickwork, large arched entrances, and intricate patterns that showcase the craftsmanship of that era. The building tells a story, not just of education, but of resilience and history. Standing in front of Kukeldash Madrasah, you can feel a sense of calm, despite the busy surroundings. People walk by, some stopping to admire the structure, others simply passing through as part of their daily routine. It's a place where history and modern life exist side by side. Nearby, small shops and local vendors can
After spending some time exploring the madrasa, I make my way toward a large mosque located nearby. As I approach, the atmosphere becomes quieter and more peaceful. The sounds of the city begin to fade, replaced by a sense of serenity. The mosque's grand structure, with its wide courtyard and elegant design, reflects the spiritual side of Tashkent. Worshippers enter and exit respectfully. And the environment feels calm and welcoming. Inside, the space is open and tranquil, offering a place for reflection and prayer. It's a perfect way to end this part of the journey, moving from the busy market through everyday city life into a place of history, and finally into a space of peace and spirituality. This walk from Chorsu Bazaar to Kukeldash Madrasah and the nearby mosque is more than just a short journey. It's a complete experience.
If you ever visit Tashkent, don't just stay inside the bazaar. Step outside, walk the streets, and explore what lies beyond. That's where the real stories are. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next journey. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.